Hi everyone, welcome to the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past walkthrough. This chapter is going to be covering the 7th Dark World dungeon, and that is Turtle Rock. So what you want to do is you want to head to the Light World right away, pull out your flute, and warp to number 7. So you'll be in front of the Swamp Palace area, except in the Light World. And from there, head up a screen, and we're going to be using that portal that we used earlier. So just head up that way. Remember, you're going to need your hammer, so pull that out. And pound the stakes, lift the rock, and head to the Dark World. So, before we head to Turtle Rock, we are going to be getting a couple of upgrades that one is necessary to beat Ganon in the end. So, you don't have to do this now, you can do it after Turtle Rock, but it's best to do it now because we get stronger items. So, you want to head up and into your house in the Dark World, though, and you want to buy the Super Bomb. Now, couple things to remember: it follows you. Do not run, or because that's the button you push to start it, to set it down. And then do not jump off cliffs, or it'll get left there. So, I think the easiest way to do this is to head to the Light World first. It's less traveling, and less traveling, and it's easier. The enemies are easier, you don't have to worry about it, but guess it doesn't really matter if you get hit, but still. You just want to head up to the castle and head underneath the bridge to be taken to the Dark World. And now, here in the Dark World, you'll see an area that can be bombed, but this can only be bombed with a Super Bomb if you tried that before. So you want to just set it down there, start to run, and a little timer will go off. Once it gets to 0, it'll bomb the place. So head in, you'll see that it's actually a fairy fountain. So you want to throw something in. Throw your arrows in. And this is the only thing that's required of you to do this, because you need the silver arrows to defeat Ganon in the end. So the fairy looks very fat and unfairy-like, but she says it was Ganon's cruel power that did it. So she said she wants you to kill Ganon, and she says you need them to defeat him. Then you can just step away, wait about 5 seconds, step back up, and this time put your sword in. So we're going to get the 4th best sword here, and it is the golden sword. Now this is not required, but it's highly recommended because it adds another power onto it. And it's really nice to have. You can also kill the buzz blobs now with your sword, with this golden sword. So it's much stronger, and it looks neater too. So one more thing, this next dungeon, you're probably going to want this. It's throw an empty bottle in, and you will be given magic potion in an empty bottle, and that's really nice to have, especially for the next dungeon. You're going to be using a lot of magic power, so that way you get it free. You don't have to buy it, because the Super Bomb was 100 rupees, and you might not have 60 rupees to go and buy it. So do that, and head out here, and then go to the Light World. And pull out your flute, play it, and you see, even the red guys now die in one hit with your sword. So now you want to head to number 1, which is Death Mountain, on your little map that it brings you to. I always hate going through here because of the rocks, but you have to. This time we're actually going to be going to the far right, but you want to head up the ladder, and then head all the way to the far right, You'll see a bunch of stones, don't worry about them. And this is kind of annoying. I hit a squirrel, so it turned a rock right there. Just try not to do that if you can avoid it. So anyways, once you go across, you will see a bridge that you previously, before you got the hook shot, you might have saw, but you couldn't have done anything. So pull out your hook shot and just hook shot over it. And there'll be some tektites over here. Don't worry about them. You can kill them for some extra rupees, but otherwise it's not gonna get you much. Then you want to head down. You'll see a rock and lift it to go to the dark world. Now here in the dark world, you probably haven't been to Death Mountain much in the dark world. Maybe just, obviously you have to get to the Tower of Hera, but anyways, you want to go all the way to the top right and head to the door on the left. It's important. And then once you're in, head left and head up the stairs. When you're up here, you just want to head right and up, and there'll be some spiders in here, don't worry about them. And you just want to fall down the hole. Down here, push the block on the left up, and then head up the stairs. And here you'll be in the same room you were just in, except you'll be able to access a different hole. So drop down that one. Now you'll be on the other side of those blocks. So now you want to head up the stairs on the right. Now in here, you want to pick the right hole. Otherwise, you're going to have to do this all over again. So make sure you pick the right hole. It's not the one on the left or the top. It's the one all the way at the bottom right. So make sure you go down that one. And then there's 2 treasure chests here. So just push the blocks to get to them. And you'll get a red rupee and some bombs, which is pretty nice. And then you can just head up the stairs. And then head all the way down and out. So that the bombs and the rupees were just a little extra thing. That's not what we were actually going for. We were getting to get on top of the mountain. So from there you can pick up the rock and head down into this place. This is kind of an odd place here to get some extra rupees, because careful not to fall off like I did. But you want to pull out your hook shot. Do not lift the pot right there. Definitely do not lift the pot, because you won't be able to hook shot back to it. Although you can just fall off. Now you can just make your way around hook shotting and other thing to get the chests. As you see, I do here. I think all the chests hold 50 rupees. So, when you get down to this part, it might be kind of unclear what to do. You actually have to head back left, and then you have to head up, and you got to watch out for the spider. And see, the spider kind of pushed me off. So if that happens, it might make it a little bit easier to get this bottom chest, and you don't have to go all the way back. And you can grab the last 50 rupee chest. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just some extra rupees. It might be a lot of work to get, though. And then you see here, it'll look like a gap, but you can actually walk on it. And you can actually use ether, and while you're using it, it will show the way, as you see there. So you just want to follow where it showed, and then pull out your bombs and bomb the top wall. Now, after you've head up, you want to bomb the top and the left walls. They're the ones. The top one will lead you to a fairy who will heal you. So I suggest doing this just because, unless if you have full health, obviously, but otherwise, why not if it's free health? And then See, I walked up before this wall was bombed. Then you can head down here. Now, if you bomb the top wall, you'll get to another fairy fountain, except this one will just have individual fairies in it. So, head up, and if you have an empty bottle, I suggest catching a fairy. And then you can head down and out of the room.